I greatly apologize if any of these videos seem redundant to any of you. I'm just trying to get all the video footage that I wish I would have had. I actually have gotten one cylinder, I believe, completely done. Of course, I still have to test the fitment and everything, but if I can get a flashlight over here, you can see that I actually do have quite a bit of that inner cylinder ground out, especially on the left. The left now is the side that needed more attention. Let's see if I can get a close-up. I took quite a bit off of it. You can kind of see where it bows out as opposed to the rest of the cylinder. And I'm hoping that that's enough room for my connecting rods to clear. I'm going to try to mimic this on all of my cylinders, actually. And I'm going to try to make all of my cylinders on the other side look like the number 2. If I can find it. There's number 2. I want to make them all look like that, all smooth, and they're pretty deep. And this is just the material removal process. You guys saw the bit that I started out with in the beginning of this. It actually turned into the bit that I wanted to buy, something like this. Once it gets down to this, it is a lot easier to take the right amount of material off, and you can use the part right there on the edge if you really need to cut down some. I like to maintain my bit while I use it. It's a good idea to not let that thing turn into a cutting disc, because if you do, then you're going to end up putting little cut marks and everything. I can't really see what I'm videotaping here. I have a glare of a spotlight on me, but you can kind of get the gist of what I'm doing. And hopefully you guys can hear me, because I'm very nervous about this. I have not hit a water passage yet, I'm pleased to say. Here's another shot of it from the other side. I have not hit a water passage. I'm hoping I didn't go up too far on the cylinders. I am going to buff them with a few different things. I have a few fiberglass thingies in my little kit that I got for free. And I'm probably going to use the wood sanding crap that they gave me, because it's useless to me anyhow. I don't work with wood, and I'm thinking it'll take off quite a bit less material. It is 60 grit, and then hopefully I'll be able to hand polish, hand file, hand sand, that kind of a thing, to get a nice smooth finish, so that if anything, I'm going to have a better surface for the piston to be in, and I won't crack any skirts or anything. If you go up too high on this, you will crack a piston skirt from what I've heard. I haven't done it personally. This is my first time doing this. I'm hoping we can actually learn together. But again, I apologize if any of these short videos are getting a little redundant. I know that some of us have done this, but some of us have not. And some people like to be very thorough in their research before they know exactly what's going on. And I'm hoping this video write-up will help some of us that like to modify our engines just a little bit. It is a nail-biting experience, I know. The thing is, you just can't be afraid to kind of get your hands in there and hope to God, you know. I'm over there and I actually have $650 worth of machine work into this engine already. And if I was to mess it up, I'd be quite irritated. It has been shot peened, thermal cleaned, painted. They've actually honed the cylinders, which are now covered in nasty stuff, and I have to clean out. They've decked the block. They've done a lot of things to it, and if I had to throw it away and it turned into a giant paperweight, I would be quite sad about it, and I really don't have the money for that right now. So let's all keep our fingers crossed throughout this whole thing. Sorry if I kind of let the camera wander for a minute. But hopefully we can get this whole thing done and mock it up today after cleaning it, and it won't be a failure. Again, I really don't want to cut too much more off of here, but you do have to leave clearance for when the rods are spinning. Apparently they kind of, I guess you can say, it smashes the hydrodynamic wedge between the bearings and the crank and you get a few thousandths of play in there, and they're going to stretch and do all sorts of weird things when they spin about 8,000 RPMs. So you're going to really have to pay attention to how much room you have. You don't want 3 inches, but you don't want it to touch either at any point in time. I'm just hoping that I can get somewhere in between.